You're probably wondering, Daddy Cornstar, what are you up to today? We had a kind of a deal offered to us, so we are going to move a little more corn. I haven't been over to the little tiny house for a little while over at Kohl's. The weather's nice. We're gonna take advantage of this a little bit. Market's a hard one right now. The price is kind of tanked out. Really not that great. We got bills to pay. We got other bills to pay, and we got more bills to pay. And then we got cash rents coming up pretty soon. So I figured, you know what? We talked it over to the boys and we just decided let's go ahead and move some more corn. Driving down the road here, looking in my rearview mirror, I have a feeling Mama Cornstar was the last one that drove this pickup. Oh, my phone's ringing. Why is it whenever I talk to you guys? Hey, Cooper.
Hey, I'm just dropping Ellie off here. Do you want her in the shop or what?
Yeah, you at my house? Oh, is that you I just met?
Yeah.
Oh, that was Cooper. He's getting ready to take off to Florida, so he's bringing little Ellie down. We got Samuel coming. I'll let him go first since he's kind of a wild driver. All right, guys. I'll talk to you over at Kohl's. Well, looks like we're working on emptying this bin out now. The other one's empty. Samuel's coming around the corner there. Samuel!
How we doing?
Good, you made it back.
Long time no see.
Well, this is kind of a spare of the moment thing, but
If you get it gone at a decent price right now, I mean, that's what you got to do, because everything just
stinks.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it's funny. Sometimes just getting a break away from this. For a while, I was over here every day, sometimes 7 days a week, loading trucks. And there's frost on the ladder. Probably not too bright with one hand, but I did it. Where's my radio? So it's kind of nice to get back in the groove. Just kind of want to get things empty. All right, we're gonna pull the old cord. And the dust has to come right to me. Oh, man. Well, it's doing good. That's a good sign, though. I'm glad it's a little dusty. And hopefully it stays that way. I'm not even going into things about this, but there has been times this has got water in it. But we're not gonna go there, guys. I dropped my radio, so I had to go down and get it. So good thing this little Midland thing's handy and isn't tough. Right there looks good. Good going. It takes about 4.5 minutes, maybe 5 minutes to fill the semi with about 1,100 bushels. Ah, like I said, it feels good to get back over here for a little bit. Just glad to see everything's still standing. Part of it is right now I thought, you know, we must take advantage. Not a lot of corn moving right now due to the prices being so far down. Eventually it comes to the bank says, hey, we need to get some of these notes paid for last year, or you got bills coming up, you got to move some corn. So I figure I'm going to take advantage right now, just get some of this moved. Looks like we're just about getting her. Looks good right there. Should do her. Nice bright orange shoestrings. See you a mile away.
I know, I had to make sure I got my high vis on.
Need to hook up the spout again. Took it off here a little while ago when we were done. I didn't want snow and rain to be going down in the conveyor. And that's one nice thing. I'm glad, since we're going to move a little more corn right now, it's really nice out. Snow or something didn't get in the conveyors and freeze up. Oh! Make sure everything fits again. Oh. Right now, I wish I had gloves on. I don't know what I was thinking. In a minute here, we'll start up conveyors and let everything run for 5 minutes or so before we put a load on it. Just to make sure everything's working. This stuff here will be fine though. Wish I had a pair of gloves on right now. It's a little hard on the fingers when it's 28 degrees. I bumped the heat up in here this morning in the little tiny house to 70 degrees. I was running about 68 while we weren't in here. Feels nice coming in from the cold to the home sweet home feeling. But I am going to open some windows for a minute. I just want to make sure I can hear augers, conveyors kicking in. Like I said, we haven't had things run for a little while. I should probably do everything individual. I think Do you notice every time I talk to you guys lately, my phone's ringing? All right, guys, I am back. Sorry about that. That was actually one of our marketing girls. We had some overnight fills and stuff taken care of on the Board of Trade, I guess. So back to business now. Let's make sure. I'm trying to think. I probably should start the overhead first, way up high. Remember how to run all this stuff. Why ain't I hearing no loadout? Then fill conveyor. Gotta remember the journey. When you run this stuff almost every day, it just pops in your head what to do. And then when you've been gone for a while, you kind of got to rethink things out. Probably better make sure everything's running. Our journey over here, see what we got. We'll let that go ahead and run for a little bit. I'm not sure. I gotta ask Cole, but we got SureTrack cables in these bins. That fan over there is running. This fan here is not running. So I'll have to find out from Cole if he knows why. I would think, or unless that one half of the bin says, hey, it needs air, and this side says not. But we'll go ahead and let it run. And maybe this one will kick in a little bit too. They're kind of programmed to keep track of the moisture in the bin if it needs to kick the fans in or whatever. It's a pretty slick outfit, I tell you. Well, let's take a look over here and see what Zach's tearing up today. Putting some brakes on Cooper's truck. New rotor, new brake pads. Old brakes were not looking good at all. Yikes, yikes, yikes.
Had a mile left on.
So this truck's gonna get, this is Cooper's diesel, the 3/4 ton heavy duty Ford. Like I said, new brake pads, new rotors, checking the front, getting all that done first. And then Zach, we're gonna check the back. In the meantime, I'm over here on the 340 tractor, gonna change oil and service that. And if Zach needs help, he'll yell for me to come over there. Otherwise, I'll be floating over here. Need to change oil, just a complete service on this one, I guess. Well, see how big of a mess I'll make trying to get this oil filter off. Sometimes them things can be like a bear cat. And that didn't go too bad. Wow, what's the deal? That ain't normal. Make it. I'm afraid I'd be a little short. Pump in. I'm not sure how many gallons of oil this uses, but we're going to find out. I'm guessing probably 10 gallons. I should know. Change it about every year. Every year I forget when I change it again. I was just double checking to make sure I closed the oil pan. I've done it one time, long time ago, but putting oil in something, and then all once it's running out of the bottom. You don't want it running out of the bottom, and you don't want it running out of the top, because if it runs out of the top, it means you forgot and you overfilled it. Right now, all I can think about is dinner. I am so hungry, and it's only like 11 o'clock. Trying to, throughout the day, not stop, think I'm dying of starvation, going for snacks. I'm trying not to do that. So here in a little bit, me and Zach are going to run to town. Our local grocery store makes up some really nice dinners. So we're going to run in there in a little bit. We need to get some water and stuff, bottled water for the fridge, get a few things. Went to take Cooper's truck the other night. He's going to take it to town to go out with a friend to eat. No taillights. Zach's underneath there right now. We found a wire broke, so Zach's under there trying to get up there and repair the busted wire.
I like where they got a TIM computer, which is trailer information computer.
Yeah.
There's 3 main computers right above the spare tire.
Oh, geez.
Like right, and they're mounted above the spare tire. Like perfect, like bad spot.
A fuel filter on here and we'll be in business. A little bleeder right here. We're going to open that up. Then we're going to start the key, or turn the key on. Fuel pump should pump fuel in there to fill up this fuel filter, so we don't start the tractor up dry, because then it'll get an air bubble. And sometimes it's harder than, everything to get it to start. We'll start it now, make sure it's going to purr. Let the engine run for a minute. so the fuel can be pumping through. There's little air bubbles in there. If they're little and it's running good, it'll push it through the fuel system. But if you shut it off too quick and there's air in there, the next time might make it hard to start. I can see diesel fuel kind of spitting back, and I want to make sure my O-ring's tight on the canister. And if it isn't, we'll put duct tape around it.